Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about is Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Alright, I kind of had to get this out of the way, and I know it's going to probably piss off a lot of people for some reason, but I'm one of those rare people that actually likes Zelda 2 better than Zelda 1. Now, don't get me wrong. Zelda 1 is an excellent game, I love it, it's one of my favorite games on the system, but I still like Zelda 2 a lot better because I kind of felt like when I was a kid, I really blazed through Zelda 1, like really fast without any help, and I kind of felt like I had to work a little harder at Zelda 2, if you kind of know what I mean. Yeah, like first off, probably the biggest thing that kind of stumped me in Zelda 2 was when I was able to beat the first two palaces quite easily, but then I could not get to the third palace because I didn't know where to find that guy in the forest. I think his name was Bagu, and because the hints were very vague, they didn't really tell you like where to go or what to do, and so I kind of found that Bagu guy just randomly walking through any forest I could find, and I was really thrilled to finally find him. And then from there I was able to go on to Death Mountain and get to the third palace. And one of the coolest memories I have about that third palace was one, it was the only palace that kind of had an outdoor section kind of in the back, and second, like the boss fight, like you had to fight that iron knuckle on the horse. I thought that was pretty cool for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, so I got the game around Christmas of 1988 when it first came out, and I actually didn't beat the game until Christmas of 1990 because, I kind of played it on and off for 2 years. I still didn't know where to go or what to do. Yeah, but once I beat the third palace, it was kind of smooth sailing from there for the most part. But it was kind of funny, like my cousin, like he tried to get into the Great Palace before beating any of the palaces on the eastern part of Hyrule. I remember he approached the gate and he couldn't get through because it's like the gate would instantly kill you. And the closest he got was like he tried to use the fairy spell to get through the gate, but obviously you can't get through unless you beat the other palaces. I kind of remember we had a bit of trouble with the fourth palace because we didn't realize we had to use the reflect magic to beat the boss. I remember just trying to constantly slash him, but I couldn't. And then like my cousin said, "Oh hey, let's try the reflect spell, see how that works," because we were able to use it on the on the wizards in the palace. And hey, it worked, and we were able to beat him without really losing a lot of energy. So that was pretty easy. So yeah, like the grand defining moment of this game was when I first entered the Great Palace. I have beaten all the other palaces, I have all the hearts, I have all the magic, and then when you walk in and that awesome music starts playing, and then like you go inside and like it's so easy to get lost in there. Like the place is like freaking huge, and I didn't really know where to go at first. And so it took me a couple of weeks to finally figure out where to go there. And I remember the first time I fought Thunderbird, I actually could not beat it. And it was so difficult to beat because I was trying to be cautious. But I realized the best way to beat it was just to be aggressive while trying to avoid the fireballs. So like rather than try to dodge it most of the time, like I just kept jumping up in the middle of it and just slashing until it died, and then finally beating it. Alright, so yeah, Dark Link at the end. I didn't actually realize there was a trick to beating him till like years later. Yeah, like that trick where you're in the corner and you just keep slashing him. I didn't know you could do that for a couple of years. I actually beat him legitimately every single time I would beat the game. So, but I think that kind of made it better because I had to really work hard to beat the last boss of Zelda 2. And one of the best parts of Zelda 2 is after you beat the game, like you start the game over again with all your stats and all your magic. You don't get the items or the hearts or magic containers, but now you can go to the first palace and kill the first boss in just one hit. It's just that easy. I love repeating Zelda 2. I mean, it's a game I can just constantly play over and over and over again without really getting sick of it, because I just love the more in-depth combat in comparison to the original. And yeah, it's kind of a shame they didn't really make another game like this, and other fans kind of thought this is like the black sheep of the series, and Nintendo was like, yeah, let's just do all the games kind of like the first Zelda. But I mean, which was a good decision, because I love Link to the Past, I love Link's Awakening, and Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I would definitely say Zelda 2 is one of my top 5 NES games. And you can get it on the Wii U Virtual Console, the Wii Virtual Console, or the 3DS Virtual Console, which I play it on all the time. It's awesome to have Zelda 2 on the go. Yeah, I really think this game gets way too much flack for no good reason. I mean, it's still a very solid game, even if it wasn't Zelda, even if you weren't controlling Link. I mean, it's still a very, very solid game. And I would highly, highly recommend any Zelda fan to actually, to play the game, because it's still a very, very good game, and one of my personal favorites. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any personal memories about this game, be sure to put them in the comments down below. And if there's a game that you'd like for us to talk about here on Awesome Video Game Memories, make sure to leave a comment down below. Thanks, see you later.